So the big tax question is this: how do wealthy people keep their money working for them when selling their business, real estate, or other highly appreciated assets without paying hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars in tax? What if we, as business and real estate owners who have poured blood, sweat, and tears to growing our wealth, and who didn't hire expensive tax attorneys and CPAs to map out an exit strategy, knew their secrets? Instead of recreating the wheel, why can't we just model the way they deferred 30 to 50% in tax, paid off debt, funded their next business dream, and most importantly, leave a financial legacy to give to the causes we believe in most? What if their secrets weren't complicated at all, and you just need a guide who is a few steps ahead of you? That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Brett Swarts, and welcome to Capital Gains Tax Solutions. Welcome to another episode of the Capital Gains Tax Solutions podcast, also streamed at Expert CRA Secrets. And this is just a quick intro. I'm with my new good friend, Zack Boothe. We just finished our full episode, which is actually live on YouTube right now, and it's going to go live on iTunes here shortly. But in this short episode, we're talking about the biggest frustration with the 1031 exchange. So, Zack, what's the biggest frustration you, a client, friend, family member has faced when it comes to the 1031 exchange?
Yeah, with a few that I've done, my biggest struggle or frustration with a 1031 was the time frame. So once I sold the property, you have the 45 days and all those dates, and I found myself wanting to do a deal not to pay taxes, not necessarily because it was a very financially intelligent move to buy that property. So I think sometimes people have the tendency to make bad financial decisions just to not pay taxes. So I think that's it's something you got to be careful of, something that I struggled with.
Yeah, we call that the shotgun wedding, right? Or the letting the tax tail wag the investment dog. And the shotgun wedding goes like this: you get engaged in 45 days and married in 180. And oftentimes, when you're selling high, you don't want to buy higher than 180 days. We actually did a recent deal, or it's actually 2006 now. They sold before. You said the movie The Big Short. They literally sold this property in 2006. They looked around like the Big Short guys did. They're like, this doesn't make any sense. I'm not going to 1031. This is a deal in Minnesota, like a $20 million asset. And they moved the funds into the Deferred Sales Trust for the first time. And 5 years later, that property that they sold was foreclosed on by the bank. So the bank calls them and says, hey, do you want to buy it back? And they said, well, maybe. What's the price? They said, well, 60 cents on the dollar from what you sold it for. Okay, that sounds like a pretty good deal. So we took the funds from the Deferred Sales Trust, kind of like a self-directed IRA or self-directed 401k, put it into an LLC, and then they bought that real estate deal at a discount, all tax deferred. So I heard that story and I said, wow, you can do that without doing a 1031 exchange? And then the answer is yes. So thousands of closes later, billions under management, you can now use what's called the Deferred Sales Trust to get what's called optimal timing when it makes sense for you. By the way, you can learn more about that at capitalgainstaxsolutions.com. In the full episode, we're covering wholesaling with Zack Boothe. He's out of Utah. He did a really cool thing. He flew in like an Army trooper and he parachuted into Tampa. He didn't actually do that, but he got into Tampa from Utah, and in 40 days, his goal was to make $40,000 in wholesaling profits. And you can learn more about what he did and his challenges and about the wholesaling game here in the next full episode. But Zack, for those who want to find you right now and connect with you, what's the best place to find you?
Yeah, go to my website, dfdmastery.com, and you can click on my social media link and follow me anywhere you want to there, or you can book a call and speak with me on that same website. So
amazing. And if you want to check out the Deferred Sales Trust, you can go to capitalgainstaxsolutions.com. Hey, thanks for listening to the short episode. Bye now.
You have just listened to another information-packed episode of Capital Gains Tax Solutions with Brett Swarts. We hope you enjoyed today's show and found it helpful. Visit capitalgainstaxsolutions.com to access the show notes and to access more resources. Don't forget to leave a review and join us again next time.